Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's been some crazy times. I haven't had much time to stamp or create or do much of anything recently. But I didn't want to go through the whole month of October and not be able to do a class for you. Next week I'm on call again. The week after I'm on vacation and I won't be in town. And we'll already be in November. So I don't want you to think I forgot about everyone. Here is the host code if you want to purchase items with me. Use this host code. If you use this host code, I will put you in for a drawing. If your total is above $150, don't worry about using the host code because you'll get your own host rewards, but I'll still put you into that drawing. All right. There's a new Rustic Christmas Countdown, which is $19. Item number 163114 if you want to look at that online. The starter kit special is still going on, through October 31st. 35% off starter kit. That means you can either receive $125 worth of stuff that you pick out yourself. Hi, Mary. Listen to this, Mary, because you might be interested. The starter kit, you know how we have our promotions for becoming a demonstrator? Well, the 35% off starter kit is available till October 31st. You can either receive $125 worth of stuff that you pick out for $64.35. Yeah, $125 for $64. Or you can pick out $168.75 worth of stuff for $99. So you have a choice of whether you want to save money or get more items. There are online exclusives that, you know what, I could show you some of those. You've probably seen them around the internet. And I think I put some of them away. One of the online exclusives, and if you're signing up to be a demonstrator in October, you could buy this now. This will be available to regular customers November 7th. This is the Meandering Meadows paper. It's a 6x6 paper. It's part of a suite. And then the back is this wood grain. I didn't get out the whole suite, but I can show you all kinds of stuff. So you get that. Look at these beautiful pictures. And then I'll show you the set it goes with because it's a beautiful die set. So beautiful scenery and then beautiful watercolor on the other side. Look at that. Yeah, it's an awesome deal. It's the best deal I've seen in a while. And so then there's that one and that beautiful blue. This is almost has green and like peacock in it. It's hard to see on film, or on, Facebook Live. And then you have this cute, and then that one's for the next one, that one. And then we have a blue that's on the back of that one. So pretty, right? Then that one. This one's gorgeous. Notice what I'm wearing, Mary? Mary sells these. So if you are interested in the Color Street nails that I have on all time, tag Mary here and she'll help you out. Mary, if you want to, you can post your little Color Street nails under this. Oh, isn't that pretty? A link for your orders under my video if you want. Just beautiful. Yeah. Color Street nails are awesome. They have awesome holiday ones out too. There's like a red and white one that's really pretty. All right, so there's that as part of one of the new online exclusives. I'm trying to fit this in between church because I go back to church at 6 p.m. tonight. So there's that. Then we have a set, what I think is a Mary set, but I'm going to show you the first set. And then I'll show you the set that I think Mary would like. This set, the Garden in the Meadow, is with that suite with that paper I just showed you. It's really pretty, right? And then it has these beautiful dies with gates and openings of windows and gables and grass. This grass can be used for so much. Lawn Fun has dies like that, and I love them with the grass. And then there's more like greenery, hillsides. Yeah. Oh, you like the garden set too? Do you know what set I think you're gonna like? I thought you would like the fluffy animal set. So this is the fluffiest friends. Look at these. Look at that chunky bunny and that chunky bird and the little bird, bird's nest and the fluffy kitties. Is that a kitten? No, that might be a hamster. That's a kitten, I think. And that's a beaver. And there's your chunky little. And I know they are coming out with bee paper in the spring. Hi, Echo. Wow. I have my usual people on. That's cool. And there's dies for balloons and a little beehive here and grass. But yeah, this fluffiest friends is so cute. Yes. And then, if you excuse me, because I didn't think I was going to show you guys this. I have to look for a few of my other products that are online exclusives. Oh, this is one of them. Beautiful. These are very thin. They're adhesive back dragonflies and birds. Yeah, I do too. And the thing is, now things run out so fast. When you see them, you better get them. So there's birds in different positions and dragonflies, and they are so thin that you can definitely mail them. They're nice and hardy. They're not going to flake away, but they're very thin. And you will hear the doggy steps of Augie coming into my craft room because my husband went downstairs. So that means he has to find someone else to play with, and because he loves to play all the time. So you may hear him. And now I know there's two more things I want to show you. If you wait right here, look at the fluffiest friends. I'm going to grab you the paper and the ribbon. Paper. And ribbon. All right, you ready for the paper? It is glimmer paper. Look at that beautiful glimmer paper. So that is, it's got Highland Heather. And it's got the Petal Pink. These are like spring already, if you can imagine that. We're like, I haven't even hit Christmas yet. We get ahead of ourselves. That Petal Pink. And then that beautiful peacock. So 2 sheets of each in a pack. And last but not least, the ribbon. The ribbon. And I will open that for you. Sorry about the crinkling. The ribbon that goes with a garden meadow or meandering meadow suite is right here. It's really cool. And then recently there were all these add-on papers too that were that I showed that had, so they have silver and gold adhesive back paper. This is the ribbon. Isn't that pretty? It's pecan pie that's through the center of that, and we're actually going to be using pecan pie today. So that's a pretty ribbon. It's nice and soft. It ties a bow nicely. Nice and easy bow. It's cute. All right. So that's, and you get probably 10 yards of this. Let's see, 10 yards, yep. So that, and that's the ribbon that goes with that. All right. Now that you've seen all that good stuff that you can order by becoming a demonstrator, or you can wait till November. There's also a whole bunch of cool papers. There's like a Santa Claus paper. There's like this cool tartan paper. Just cool stuff online. All right. Let me take a sip and I'll show you what we're going to use today, and then I'll show you what we're going to make. I was shopping because I'm participating in what's called the Festival of Trees this year. Our local hospital that I work for, we have a Festival of Trees to help students with, and we partner with a local YMCA for scholarships, and it's a fundraising event. And so basically you purchase a tree and I donate a tree and we decorate that tree together. And so as I was shopping with that, because we have to have that tree decorated by the 15th of November is when we have to have that in by, I noticed a lot of green and black together that looked really good. So that was kind of where I got my inspiration from for these cards. Now, if you don't have a mini catalog, let me know. I'll send you one. This is the mini catalog from September to December 2023. A lot of the things that you love in here are not available. I try and show you things that are available, but a lot of things are getting back ordered because a lot of people want this stuff. So I suggest if you see it and you want it, get it if it's available. Otherwise, you will be sad. So sad. So we're using a lot on this page, except for the sequins. So we're using these two sets on page 29. This is called the Joy of Christmas bundle. I'm sorry, Joy of Christmas Suite collection. This is the Joy of Noel bundle here. On page 29, we're also using the Christmas Classics bundle. We are going to be using a ribbon similar to this, not this exact ribbon, but this one's gorgeous. We're using this paper mostly, which is the Joyful 12 by 12 specialty paper. But we're also going to be using some of the Joy 12 by 12 regular designer series paper. The reason this is a specialty paper is it has gold in it. Gold flecks. So we're using a lot of that. And I love their little touches in their catalog. If you're looking for ideas, see how they color that ribbon with Stampin' Right marker. You can always do that. There's always card ideas over here. There's card ideas on Pinterest. So whenever you're looking for card ideas, sometimes I like to create my own. Sometimes I do purchase PDFs when I don't feel like creating and I just want to sit down and make. There's actually someone named Erica Serwin who does pink buckaroo stamping. So if you're ever looking for like a PDF directions of how to make certain cards, she sells her PDFs for like, so if you buy this suite, she actually has a whole class for this suite. I usually don't advertise for other demonstrators, but I want to give her credit because I do use her stuff. I don't use her stuff in classes or anything like that. I personally use her stuff when I feel like creating and don't want to be creative myself and I want to just make. There's times when you feel like, I want to play with stuff, and there's other times where I just want to copy something. So it's good when you want to copy and just make cards. So these are the stamp sets here that we're using. Okay. And then if we go to, I'm talking a lot today, I'm sorry. We're going to page 35. We're going to be using these really cool cards here. They're pre-done cards. So like the cards are made for you. The envelopes are made for you. They have the gold streaking on them. We're going to use those. Those are called the brush gold cards and envelopes. Technically, I guess they're on page 34. You get 20 card bases, 20 envelopes for $12. That's a big deal. Then we're also using on page 4. Now remember, not everything always has to stay in the suite. You can use things in different areas. Like you could use these for Christmas. But we're using this Distress 3D embossing folder for one of the cards. And that's on page 43. That's all we're using out of the new September to December catalog. But on the old, doesn't seem old, the annual catalog that runs May to April, we are going to be using on page 127, we're going to be using 2 papers here. The good old classic gold 12 by 12 foil sheets. We're going to be using those. And then we're also going to be using this wonderful More Dazzle specialty paper. Okay. You guys still with me? And then, what are you guys doing today? And then we're going to be using this enamel effects. We're going to use the gold in that. These are great. You get metallic or the regular colors, which they call pearlized. The metallic, there's gold, copper, and silver. And in the pearlized, there's red, black, and white. So perfect for your Christmas card making. Then on page 140, we're going to be using one of my favorite embellishments. And so of all the embellishments, there's a lot of embellishments in the new catalog, or what I call the mini catalog. There are a lot of embellishments that are not available now. These embellishments fill a lot of holes because they're adhesive back sparkle gems, and there's champagne, black, and like a silver. They call it white, but it's like a silver. So I'm going to be using that on 2 different cards. And I'm also using this one on page 141, the adhesive back sequins trio. We're going to be using those green adhesive back sequins. As far as ribbon, on page 143, I'm going to be using the pecan pie ribbon. Pecan pie. And there's another one I'm using too. Which other one I'm using on this page? Oh, the black and white ribbon. Haha, I forgot to turn off my phone. Sorry about that. And then I am using, on this page 144, I'm going to be using this really pretty golden vanilla satin edge ribbon. That's a beautiful ribbon you'll love. Echo, I think you have, a gift certificate with me. So if there's something you want me to order, let me know. Just say, order me this. And then on page 167, we're going to be using these stylish shapes, and we're going to be using the circles in there. All right. Yes, I will post the recording, Mary, for you. All right, now we're ready to make. Now this first card was, what do you call it? I got the idea from my friend Susie, who made a card similar to this, but I adjusted it and I put some black in there, and I changed the ribbon, changed how it was facing. But Susie hi Margie, had basically inspired this card. And so I'll show you how to make this and how easy it is when your card stock and your envelopes are already done. So Margie, I showed these in the beginning. These are in the mini catalog. And if you don't have a mini catalog, I can always get one to you. 20 cards, 20 envelopes for $12. They're great. They're really pretty. I used them in another class with a bunch of trees, but I'm using this class. So I'll show you how to make 3 different cards today. And we're doing green cards. So your card base will come like this. Okay, put that up there so you can see it still. Will come like this, and so you're just going to take it, and you're going to take your bone folder, which every card maker needs a bone folder, and you're going to score your edges. Make sure that goes down nicely. And you can use the card this way, which I did in one class, or this way. And then I took a piece of basic black, and I just put that down like that because I wanted it to pop a little more. Hi, John. A lot of different people on Sundays. I usually don't do Sundays because I'm so busy with church, but I'm in between, so, and I didn't have time for Saturday, and I'm going to be on call next weekend, and so I had to do a class. And so this is, so I'm putting down the black here, and then I cut a piece of the gold foil. All right. And with this gold foil, you never want to just put a big piece of gold foil like that. You want to use it to its best capabilities, right? So what you want to do is take your dies and use it like here and here so that you can still use that. Here, I'll show you. Piece for layering, but the middle doesn't have to be there. No one has to know, right? No one has to know that that middle's gone. I was just, Jennifer, yeah, we're all different, right? I was just telling her, because I think you also, like Erica Serwin, I told them, because sometimes I buy her PDFs and I use them personally. I don't use them for classes or anything as fun. And I told them if they ever want to just have a PDF where they want to do stuff, that just get one of those and then you don't have to think. And that sometimes I do those. And she does a great job. And I've got a couple sitting there that I purchased from her. And you can actually purchase the whole kit too from her. Not that I'm advertising for other demonstrators, but you can. She does a great job. If I wasn't a demonstrator and I didn't have friends that demonstrated, I would definitely order from her. She does a great job with her packaging and her details. And see, isn't that pretty? Isn't that die pretty? All right, so we need 2 of these. And so we just put down 1, 2, 3, and then another clear plate on top, and you send it through your Big Shot. How easy is that? And you want to keep them towards the center because we're using the gold piece as a layering piece, right? And don't drop your dies like I do. But see how cool these are and how easy they pop out, right? All right, now we're going back to playing. Yeah, it's paper saving, Echo. Yeah. And Echo, don't start calling me Bang Bang, okay? Jen is allowed to call me Bang Bang. It's all because, sorry. It's all because I like Bang Bang Shrimp. Who doesn't like Bang Bang Shrimp, right? And so we're going to lay that down like that. We're going to do layers. And I use other seal, Stampin' Seal. And what do we call my sister that one time? Boom Boom or something? I was Bang Bang, my sister was Boom Boom. And then I did that. Did I do that? Yeah, kind of like that. And this is that specialty paper with the gold in it. And I just love the look of black and green now together. And then you're going to take a piece of your basic white. And then you're going to stamp on it. And we're going to use Memento because we're going to use our blends. Boom, boom. Yeah, Robin's boom, boom. Yeah, so this idea, Susie did a card like this, but I added black in and I added the title. So my cards are black and green today because all 3 of them are black and green because I was inspired. And so Memento, and then I took 2 different greens. I took my Shaded Spruce, dark and light, and I took my Old Olive because I wanted different greens in there, and then I took my reds. So I actually did Sweet Sorbet, but you could easily do Cherry Cobbler. I think Cherry Cobbler is in the paper, but we're not doing any red other than what's on here. You can also use those enamel effects, those enamel drops that I showed in the beginning. We're going to be using the gold ones on a different card. You could also use the red for the berries. But I'm going to just see how easy it is. You know, and you can shade if you want. For the berries, I'm not doing much shading. I'm just using the dark and getting her done. Right? Yeah, Minneapolis. I haven't been to anything in a while. So, yeah, to say the least, we're actually... It's considered a disaster. I'm not going to talk much about it, but it's what we call a code 99 in our hospital because of the water situation in Watertown. Believe it or not, Watertown has a water situation. So we had a large water main break, and so we're having water issues at the hospital. So I have to deal with that, and that's part of the reason I couldn't have time to do anything this week, but not a big reason. I was just busy. A lot of things going on. Funerals, well, not really funerals, celebration of life, work, planning the tree that we're going to make for the Festival of Trees. We're going to do a woodland theme. Me and my team, my pulmonary team. But then it made me want to do all different kinds of other trees, and it made me think about next year and the trees we're going to do after that. And so I'm probably going to add a third tree to my house. Normally I only have one tree. And see how I'm just coloring this in, just so it just doesn't say black, right? And then I go around kind of with the dark on the outside, put a little light on the inside. You can do it in where if you say, well, the light's going to hit here and put shadow down here, you know, wherever you want. This is a little more what I call cartoony, so it doesn't really matter as much. And then you come with your light blend. It's nice they come in a pack of 2 so that you can you don't have to worry about matching them like you do with Copics or other markers. Yeah. And see, so if you had light coming from this direction, you would do darker down here, light up here, just like I did this one. See? All right. But I'm getting her done because I want to get this done for you guys. All right. Whew, finally got that done. I'm not going to Houston, I don't think. When is Houston again? I don't think I can make it. I want to. We'll see. Do you know the dates of Houston? And so you just put this down here, and isn't this beautiful? Like, it cuts it right out for you. For these, I do put a little bit of, like, very low tack tape just to hold it in place. Yeah. And then I'm going to go here, and here, and here. And, of course, it didn't hold it. Can you guys see me? Yeah. I'm going to show you a piece of jewelry I bought too yesterday. Because it's fun. I usually don't go shopping much. But if there's a silver, or there's someone who makes silver jewelry just outside of Krogan. And the local people probably know her because her parents are famous. And she has this beautiful little shop. And I bought a necklace and pendant from her. And it is just gorgeous. I'll show it to you. You guys want to see it? Is there anyone there? Echo. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to take it off. Isn't that gorgeous? On that silver chain. It's beautiful. It's like my favorite piece now. All right. We can talk about anything. Anything shiny, right? All right. So now we have our card base. Easy peasy, right? We're going to put that down. But before we put it down, we're going to put it on some dimensionals to give it some lift. And now I have to figure out where on your desk, you know, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where on my desk are my... I had a whole bunch out yesterday. What did I do with them? What? Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais pas, right? Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. I have no idea. And so these are actually left over from a paper pumpkin, so I'm just going to use those. But we have great dimensionals. I just don't know where I put mine for now. I know, I see my glue dots. So at least we have glue dots for the next part of this project. So you just put some dimensionals on there. And then I put my card like this. All right. See how pretty that's starting to be? All right. I think it goes there. Oh. Get some of this stuff put away so I don't lose it, right? Best way to lose it is not put it away. So now we're going to take our gold pieces and we're going to take our glue dots. Yeah, so Susie did a card very similar to this. A little bit different. I think it's flipped and no black and different saying. I'm going to put my branches down there. Cute way to like accent your pieces are just cut some branches or some leaves and tuck them. That makes them look so cute, right? How cute is that? Yeah. Dimension. The more you layer, the better things look. And these are cut just about a 1/4 inch different. Like, so everything's a 1/4 inch less as you go down on the, from the black to the gold to the green. Okay, now we're going to take a piece of black paper. All right, just a scrap of paper. And we're going to use our embossing buddy. Our embossing buddy takes away the static. All right, takes away your static. And then we are going to use our Versamark. Versamark's our sticky pad. And I chose Season Greetings, but there's all different sayings in that set that you could use. And then I take my gold powder. Now when you buy your powder, they sell it in packs. So you get different colors. It's fabulous. Fabulous. I love Stampin' Up. It was so much fun. And so there I have my Season Greetings. And now watch what happens when I heat it. Echo. You just wait. So we have a heat gun, and it can be set at 2, which is for embossing and heating, and that gets very hot. You want to watch out for your fingers. And 1 is more for drying. Okay, so I'll hold this up to the camera, and then you can see when things start to change, and it'll become this smooth, metallic, beautiful gold that kind of melts. And then you can see how it's starting to change there, and it'll change there. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Just gotta switch my hands so I don't burn my fingers. So cool, right? Love it. So that's heat embossing. And then I just fussy cut it around this. And I'm just basically going up and down around the Yeah, the nails are Color Street. Mary Burr, who was on here earlier, sells them, and so does my friend Wendy Hoover. So I usually wear these. They're easy to put on. They're just the stick-ons. I don't have time to go to a professional. I just have time to, at night, if I'm laying in bed, before I fall asleep, throw these on real quick, and then they stay. Just submerge them right after you put them on, but in water. But other than that, they're easy peasy for me. They fit my nail beds nice. They're a great product. And there's all kinds of different designs. There's Halloween designs. There's Thanksgiving designs. There's gnomes. There's different colors. There's candy canes. I think there's a polar bear one now. And see how cute that is. You can still put them on, and then they will help to keep your nails growing, protect them. So I'm using black dimensionals. Echo, look at my dog. He's right under my table. He needs some attention. Augie. He's trying to fit through. See? He's halfway under my desk. So in order to put those down, I'm going to be using black dimensionals because they go better on black paper. And so you won't see any white. So that's nice. So you don't have white sticking out of your back. Augie the doggy is here. Yes. Augie, my doggy, my pain in the butt doggy. So yesterday, so when it's raining out and we don't run him, we usually run him every day because he's so full of energy. Yesterday it was raining a lot. We didn't run him. And so my friend Jackie was over and he ate her shoe. So he's taught us we better run him every day. And right now he's throwing ropes and bones and all kinds of stuff. He is pure lab. He is a thin, athletic lab. He is gorgeous. He's probably the prettiest dog we've ever had. We usually get mutts from the SPCA because we like to adopt dogs that are older. We don't have kids, so they don't have to go through the trauma of losing a dog. And we, there's plenty of dogs that people don't, want, and that, we don't want euthanasia of dogs that are good dogs. So, we usually get them from the SPCA, but I work with, a friend, Tammy, and her brother-in-law and sister. Her brother and sister-in-law are breeders of black labs, mostly for they're bird hunters, duck hunters, right? And they always have like a policy if something happens where you can't take care of your dog anymore, they'll help rehome it. And something was wrong with his owner that he couldn't take care of it anymore. It was a health issue. And so we said, yeah, we'd give him a try, and we love him even though he's naughty. So I took 2 ribbons here. I took that special online gold ribbon and then that checked ribbon. You can use the one that comes with this suite, or you can use the one from the catalog that I used. This one has white. The other one is supposed to be off-white. They're very similar. And so Augie is our doggy now. He's so sweet. But he's a little bit of a baby. Aren't they all? A little baby. He whines. He needs his attention. He needs his playtime. And then I'm just gonna stick that down with a glue dot. I thought that check looks good. If you know me, I love ribbon on my cards, and I usually use ribbon. If not 1, but 2 pieces. And then there is a simple card with a card base that's already done for you, right? Oh, wow. Yours is definitely, well, I haven't done Ancestry DNA, but mine is, they're breeders, so, but I usually get mine. I should do ancestry DNA on them, you know, the DNA testing for your dog now. Isn't that a cute card? And now you have like a matching envelope. Cute. All right, card number 2. I posted 2 cards today. I think today or yesterday. It has a black base. Why don't I start it without telling you what it looks like? Or do you want to, let's see what it looks like. So this is it here. Isn't it pretty? I love that distressed embossing folder with the DSP because it breaks the paper some. And then there's that really pretty gold ribbon. So I did gold accents, the gold pearls, the gold foil, right? So cute. All right, so we'll start with that one. So we have a black base, cut at 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Then I took gold foil somewhere. I hope I cut the gold foil. I did. I must have. I might not have. Why wouldn't I have cut it? I don't see it. Which is okay because I always keep the gold foil near me. I always keep some stuff near me. So you're going to see me cut. Sorry. Impromptu class, right? Impromptu class. So this piece I cut, where's the card? Pretty sure I cut it 4 by 5 1/4. Sample card right here. Yep, 4 by 5 1/4. So you're going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Back it up. Oh, I wish I had more time. It has been crazy. I don't have another day off till November after today. That's how crazy life is, but it's okay. I serve a good purpose. And then with this, let's start. So we're doing the same paper saving technique. We're going to use the Noel dies. And then we're going to be using these 2 babies here. These are like that. And they come, what's nice is they come with 2, so you don't have to keep running it through. So then we're going to go to our big shot, like we always do. What's crazy, Echo, that I'm working until November? November's not that far away. My next day off is, I think, November 2nd. Yeah. That just means, and yeah. It's not that crazy when you do what I do. It's okay. I feel blessed to be able to take care of people, right? It's a wonderful, wonderful calling. It's not always sunshines and rainbows, but it's a good thing. All right. Let me show you how easy all these things I just cut come out. Let's see. It's not hard for these to pop out, right? And then you use your little pick tool. If you don't have a pick tool, that's another thing, Echo, you might want to get with your gift certificate. But I know you still have. Forgot how much it's worth, but whatever. It takes special people to do other things too, right? Like, I'm so appreciative of different things, you know. Like the people that clean my house, I have to have someone clean my house. I can't spend my only few hours I have cleaning my house in, you know, daily cleaning. I'll do some detailed cleanings in certain areas, but I can't spend the only time I have off cleaning because then I'll have absolutely zero life. So I really appreciate what they do, you know, to keep me happy. It's all about me being happy. All right. And so now that I got those pieces cut out, And I make sure my dog isn't eating paper like he does sometimes. My dog loves stamping up paper almost as much as I do. We're going to take our embossing folder, and this is a 3D embossing folder. So we are going to be using just, let me show you here. We're going to be using just tab 1. Then we take the embossing folder, right? And then we put our piece of paper in there. And now this is a piece of paper. Isn't that gorgeous? It's hard to use this paper, but that green is really pretty too. These is, these, I am American. Sometimes I talk funny. Is from the Designer Series paper. And then you take the other piece of your big shot, which is 4, because that's all you need is just the base, your embossing folder, the paper, and 4. And if you don't have a crowded desk like I do, you'll do much better. If I showed you my stamp room, I'm usually very organized, but my stamp room's a little messy. A touch. Yeah. And so, watch when I lift this. You ready? Oh. And see how it's like, it's supposed to be distressed where it misses parts, but because you use DSP, that white comes through. If you use the cardstock, that white wouldn't come through, because our cardstock is quality cardstock, which is color through and through. We do now have a 12 by 12 select paper pack that does have a white core, where it would happen to that if you use that. But isn't that cool? So now we're going to take this piece, which looks like a scrap piece, and we're going to use it for a frame, right? And that's what you do. Now you use whatever adhesive you like. Some people like glue. Some people like the, oh, I forgot what Stampin' Up Snail is now called. What's Stampin'? Isn't that pretty? Is that just pretty on its own? All right. And before you glue it down, now you want your ribbon. So we're going to take this beautiful, gorgeous gold ribbon. And we're going to put some on the bottom here. Put a little piece there. Right in the center you want it. And that's not really in the center. Sometimes it helps to look from the front. Right, and then we're going to bring it down and make it kind of look like a package, right? Christmas package. Isn't that pretty? All right. We'll do our bow later. So now we adhere this to here on our black. Look at how that black and green make it pop. And we're going to put that down. Beautiful. Now I have a piece of scrap black, basic black paper. We're going to invade some of our sets here. I'm going to take, sometimes when sets come together, I mix up the dies. But this die goes in here. Look at that beautiful die. And it does have an insert die where if you wanted to cut out a saying, you could put that in there. We're going to be using these later. So, and I think we used this on a different card, on a different class. All right, so I'm going to be using that. Look how pretty that is. Now, if you excuse me, we're going back to our Stamparatus, right? And we have our plate 1, our plate 2. We have our bottom clear plate, which I always use on the bottom because you don't want this going into your foil or anything. So that's the dirty side, and this is the clean side, okay? So this is always on the bottom. And running that through like that. This is where you build your muscles in stamping, right? And look at that exercise you're getting. Now watch how easy these dies come apart. Like, so easy, right? So easy. Love this. So, I mean, this is a very intricate die. All right, so you have to play with it a little, right? But it's so intricate and it's so good. Yeah. So actually, there are a couple of spots where it didn't cut as well. So sometimes when that happens, I will reposition this. And you got to be careful. You got to get everything all lined up. Right? Like that. And I'll rerun it through. I might tear off the excess. You know? And rerun it. All right, because you don't want to get in the way. Here I am bragging how good it cuts, and it does. But sometimes you just need an extra time through it, but it fits right back in. Just make sure it all fits, because if it doesn't fit, then you're going to get cuts where you don't want to have cuts. Okay? Yeah. Make sure all these pieces are put back to where they should be, or they will get cut. All right. Making this harder than it is. Augie said just cut it out and use a different piece of paper. It is easier than the Cricut. I had a Cricut for 10 years and I would never use it because I don't want to program on a computer. I've had enough of computers at work. And so I want to use my hands. I want to pick out what I want to do, and I just want to cut it. Now, there's advantages to Cricut. Like, see how I'm running it back now? And I'll run it forward one more time. And that's it. It is so much easier than the Cricut. Yes. And Cricut, it's like, I feel like I spend 20 minutes just figuring out what size something needs to be. And I mean, obviously, if you get used to it, the Cricut's going to work for you. I actually bought a Brother Scan and Cut, which is pretty cool. If you can scan things, and then it'll cut those things. Scan, and you can decide what kind of border you want around it. I apologize for my dog barking, but he does keep track of the neighborhood. So, you know what my dog did to me last weekend? I was outside, I was cleaning up the porch, and he's like kind of snuck out the door with me, and I forgot he snuck out. And then I looked around when I went inside, and he wasn't there, so I thought he had already gone inside. And then I was about doing my other stuff, and then one of my neighbors called me and said, "Is your dog loose, missing?" He was all the way down the block playing with other kids because they were playing football. He just loves to play. Like, when he was trained, we actually trained him because we had him trained because he was so crazy. When he was trained, most of the time they use food. With him, they had to use play as his reward because he loves to play so much. So whenever he would get a reward, it would be like, "Oh, you get to play with a ball," not like, "Here's a treat." Because he loves to play. He is definitely a great dog. But like anything, they need attention. They're like a little kid. They are like kids. Right? So see how beautiful this die is? So the more intricate ones, sometimes you have to run once or twice through. I wouldn't run them too many times, then they get too stuck in the die. If you have the correct dies, the correct plates, the correct paper, back and forth once or twice should be plenty. You don't want to keep going back and forth because then it will get stuck in the die. But see how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Next, we are going to take this and we're going to put that down like that. How pretty is that? Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, and so we're going to use our black dimensionals because why not? And I usually have big dimensions. So when you order black dimensionals, you get big and small in one package. I just don't know where my big ones are. Impromptu classes will do that for you. You think you have everything there because you're rushing to get something in because you only have an hour of free time, right? And then you're like, boop. Nope, they're not around, so you make do. All right. Now we're going to build our Noel and realize there is a right way to put up the N. Okay. You guys are still hanging with that. So this is the right way up. It's not that way. See? Can you see that top of that N? Okay. So that's the top. And I use Tombow glue for this, just a little bit. You don't want to get Tombow glue on the black. Jen, what do you use for adhesive? Do you use Tombow all the time? Do you use snail? Do you use, what do you use? And you can like space them out on here so you know like where you want them. Stampin' Seal, that's what it's called. Do you use the Stampin' Seal, Stampin' Seal Plus? I like the Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of the Stampin' Seal regular. The Stampin' Seal Plus, when it sticks though. You can't, there's no moving it once it sticks. So I use a combination of the Tombow glue, dimensionals, glue dots, and snail. The generic snail we used to use from Tombow. Oh. You have to bring someone home. Echo, you'll just have to watch it later. Right? All right, there's our Noel. Now we're just going to take our two little pieces that we cut and we're going to tuck those in with glue dots like we usually do. Yeah, a lot of people will tune in later. I'll also post these on YouTube. I have a little bit of a self-esteem issue when it comes to this. I really don't want to be all over the internet, but if people want to watch me, that's fine. I don't think I'm as good as the other demonstrators that do this, and that do this for a living and full time. But I think it's fun to play with stuff and see other people's ideas and how they make stuff. In this beautiful ribbon, I'm just tying a bow. It's usually better to separate your bows from your wraparound piece because then you can fuss with your bow, make it how you want it to look. There's different bow makers out there that people have. And I tend to do a diagonal cut on the string. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my scissors. I do have ribbon scissors that I keep just for ribbon. These are not them. I do suggest that you keep just a ribbon scissors. Just for your ribbon. Oh. Well, thank you. I think I'm just like everyone else, but thank you. Everyone has different talents, right? And then I put that right there, still on the black, because I think it looks pretty and it makes it look like a package. Now, all we have to do is a little embellishment and we're done. Of course, you're going to put a white inside because unless you have a, you can use some white marker. I'm done with that one, so let's go here. do this. Put that in there. And I picked out these. You can use any little bling. I didn't want too much bling because we have all the gold. But this kind of brought the green back, even though it's not the same green. I think it's kind of cool. We'll put one up here. One kind of there. Yeah. And then what's even cooler is these basic enamel metabolic. You can tell them in work mode. Metallic. They're not metabolic. Do not eat them. Metabolic. They're metallic. I do store these upside down so that they come out better. You can use a toothpick. Don't do what I'm doing and just pick it up with a scissors. Normally they go on really nice, but I had a little bubble in mine. I use the red a lot more than the gold, but I thought the gold would look good on this card. You can use these too with stencils. I did a video where we use these with stencils and just like put on a whole bunch and pushed it through the stencil. And then you can get a shimmer there. And you just pull up. You leave a little and you pull up. They're really forgiving. And you only need to buy them once because the bottles are so full. You do have to let them dry. I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah. That's cute. Right? Right. All right. And then there is card number 2. All right. I'm going to let that one dry, so I'm going to put that one behind me. And pick up a little, and then we'll go on to card number 3, and then we are done. And then I got to get ready for what I call second church. We're having a pastor appreciation night. I'm going to be using these, so I might as well keep those out. And I'm going to be using this, so I'm going to keep that out. What else am I using on the next card? And we're going to take out these because I'm going to be using this. All right. So here we go. Huh. Oh, we're going to be using this. I hope my other one is. And we're going to be using this. So my dog loves my craft room, mostly because, let me show you. You guys want to see. Because he can look out my craft room window from the second floor and see everything that's going on in the neighborhood. He is nosy. But that's my Augie. All right, so this is our second card, our third card and last card. And we're using pecan pie, some sparkle, and some green. It's all about green. All about the green today. I don't know what it was. So we took a piece of pecan pie. I also did this hot dog style, or what we call portrait style, instead of landscape or hamburger, right? And then easy peasy, took a piece of this beautiful designer Sears paper. Other side is this cool wood kind of paper. And then we're going to take that pumpkin pie. Look at this beautiful ribbon. I mean, Stampin' Up, they have ribbon. You don't have to worry about coordinating anything. You don't need ribbon from anywhere else. They will have the ribbon you want. The ribbon there is fabulous. Everything coordinates. That is my favorite part. Everything matches. That should match. Everything goes so well together. So I just wrapped my ribbon down there before I put this on here. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to take a piece of our basic white. We're actually doing some stamping. The Noel. And then we are going to use some pecan pie ink. Love our ink colors. I keep a lot of my retired colors. Do you keep your retired colors, Jen? I don't know if you're still on. And then you let the ink sink into your paper and you're done. Hi, Robin. I know you were calling me, but I was doing an impromptu video. And then I'm going to church. I hope you're doing well, Robin. Hope you had a good day. So you probably worked morning shift? Morning. I guess it's not shift anymore when you're managing the whole place, but yeah. So I'm going to put this in my big shot. Put it over here. Hopefully she's watching some football now and not at work. So Sundays are football days, right, Robin? Augie is looking out the windows and barking as usual. Just to give you an update on Augie. It was busy today, I bet. Because it's like rainy and yucky. No one wants to do anything, but yeah, we'll go out and eat, right? And then we're going to take a piece of this glimmer. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to take a bigger circle, the next circle that's the biggest in that set. Football. Football. And then I'm going to run that through. Look at how... Oh, before I do that, I'm going to drop some beads on that. Right? And because we're laying it, we're going to drop the beads right there. Because no one's going to see the middle. Do all your cutting at once, if you can, right? All right, let's bring it on down here. All right, get some of these dies off. This is a paper, too, that's pretty thick. So sometimes you have to run this one twice. Let's see. Nope, it's cut. I cut everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to put this on this. Oh, how pretty. How pretty. How pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at how pretty that is. And now we're going to pop that up so we can stick things underneath that, right? Because that's what you always want to do, stick things underneath it. So let's see. Pop it up with some dimensionals. And I am hungry. Shouldn't be. I should never be hungry. Robin, I showed my necklace earlier, my new necklace earlier in the video. Karen and I went shopping at Silver Bench Jewelry. It's a really cool little shop where she designs her own silver. And there's Augie. Also, I was talking about the really cool benefit of joining Stamping Up right now before August 31st. What happens when you join Stamping Up, right? Now we need our little dies. You get 35% off. So you can either get 35% more or you can pay 35% less for your fee. Just saying. Not saying, that you have to do that. But that's something your sister could help you with if you needed. All right. And Jen was on. Remember you met Jen in Minnesota at one of the conventions. She was just on, she said, boom, boom. So we're going to run that through on some shaded spruce paper. Shaded spruce is a pretty green. And then we're going to do that twice because we need 2 of each. Make sure it's out of your die first. So see how this is in the die? So you're just going to take your little handy dandy, this tool, like I said, you need it if you don't have it. It's got a poker, it's got a lifter, it's got a putty knife, a putty head. You can do different attachments to it. Oh boy, it is a great tool. And if you don't have one, you need one. And if you don't know, now you know. What's that, Robin? What's that from? Is that Biggie? If you don't know, now you know. All right. I love you, Robin. I hope you're having a good day. I hope is Xavier with you. And it's Mark with you. Hopefully Mark isn't working too hard. He's been working a lot. Hopefully you can enjoy some time together today before you guys have to move. Are you packing? Are you getting ready to move near me so you can be my sister who lives near me and we can craft together all the time? That would be awesome. We're both making moves in our positions to have more time for ourselves and family. Not right now, but for me, but soon. Still working where I am, but trying to cut back a little on the craziness that we do. Now all we have to do is assemble. Cut everything out, and now all I have to do is assemble. So the pine branches, I put like this. Okay. So again, just using my handy dandy glue dots that are gorgeous glue dots. Our glue dots are cool. They come on a roll. They're nice and easy to use. In fact, I'm probably going to use some glue dots on here so that it'll adhere better to the glitter paper. Because sometimes glitter paper is hard to stick to. Sometimes you might want to use glue too. But I'm going to use some glue dots. And then I got to get my tray ready for my pastor appreciation. Because, man, do I have a great pastor. He is a wonderful man. And his wife is wonderful, too. I have a wonderful church. If you ever need a church, if you ever want to go to church with me, you let me know. Robin has been with me. She likes my pastor, too. I can't believe how close it's getting to the holidays. So, Rob and I did decide to probably do a 3rd tree in my house. I usually do 2 trees. One's my traditional tree, which has everything on it, but is pretty much red and white. And then I have my woodland tree, and then I plan on doing like a new smaller tree on the landing of the stairs for a beach theme. Yeah, I thought that would be cool. All right, so cute. Isn't this cute? Tell me how cute that is. My Noel's a little off. See, it does with glue dots stick a little bit better. It may be the way I stamped it, but it's cute. All right, last thing last. Just a little tie and then some embellishments, and then we're done. This one was easy peasy. Easy peasy. Sometimes cards don't have to be hard to be nice. So you're going to help me decorate all of my different trees. It's going to get crazy. I didn't really have time. I don't know if I'm going to have time to decorate for Thanksgiving, actually. Because By the time I get back, it's going to be almost Thanksgiving. Let's see. And then we can do that right there. Isn't that cute? I was thinking light pink, silver, and light blue. Yeah. Yep. Most places have all those decorations, believe it or not. You would not believe the decorations. Hobby Lobby might have those, Robin. So for this one, I used the same pack as we did on the first card, except I'm using the champagne colored ones because they kind of look, when you put them on here, they kind of look like the pecan. Cute, right? And there you go. There's your third and last card. Well, goodbye, everyone. Hope you have an excellent day. I gotta get my butt in gear and get out of here. May you be blessed, safe, happy, and get some time to stamp and take care of yourselves. All right. Bye. Call me with questions, concerns. Code is there. Have a great weekend.